Okay, it's Movember Day 6. It's late at night. I finished my men's group. I've been trying to use a different format to present a tool today. So I'm going to present the FAST-E scale, which was given to me by a minister that is helping me through my own recovery. I really love this tool. So this is just, I'm going to move into a different format shortly where I'm going to show the tool on screen so we can go through it. And Bernard has been sharing with me the Conquer series. He's been sharing resources. The Conquer series is a Christian man's series on, let's see if we can get that up there. Yep, all right. The Conquer series, Battle for Sexual Purity. A book that he's also shared with me, which I'm really become to love, is Pure Desire. But one of the tools he's passed on is this FAST-E scale. So Movember Day 6. I'm gonna have to shave this mow in shortly. I hope this tool is useful. You could use it for any addiction, and it is a relapse prevention tool. So I hope that you will be able to add this to your arsenal of things that you do in your recovery to make your recovery better. So enjoy. All right. Well, this is a different format for a video, so I'm going to give it a go. I'm using my Zoom that I use for my online meetings to record this, so I can sort of split the screen and go through this FAST-E scale. Now, FAST-E scale was a tool that was shared with me out of this book, Pure Desire by Ted Roberts. It's a Christian literature, and this tool, the FAST-E scale, is a way to track relapse. There's plenty of good tools for this. I really like this one personally. So I'm going to read through this and tell you how it works. Now, there's certain things. Patrick Carnes calls it our recovery cycle. SLAR would say that our top lines. SAA, Sex Addicts Anonymous, would say our um, uh, outer circle. You know, things that we would be doing that would show us that we're in recovery. So restoration, accepting life on God's terms with trust, vulnerability, and gratitude. So we'd be having no current secrets, working to resolve problems, identifying fears and feelings, keeping commitments to meetings, prayer, family, church, people, goals, and self, being open and honest, making eye contact, reaching out to others, increasing in relationships with God and others. You know, true accountability. So if you're a 12-stepper, you'd be doing your SLAR, 7 tools, 3 meetings a week, 4 calls a day, service, etc. This is where that stuff's ticking along. Patrick Carnes came up with a personal craziness index, which I'll present throughout this course in Movember, just to show where these are the things that help us pick this up. In this tool, it's asking you these questions. Am I doing that? Now, where the FAST-E scale comes in, it's saying, okay, the F is for forgetting priorities. We start believing in the present circumstances and start moving away from trusting God, denial, flight, a change in what's important, how you spend your time and what you think about, right? So what you're looking for, am I keeping secrets, less time and energy for God, meetings, church, avoiding support and accountability people, superficial conversations, sarcasm, isolating, changes in goals, obsessed with relationships, breaking promises, commitments, and neglecting family, preoccupation with material things, TV, computers, other entertainment, procrastination, lying, overconfidence, bored, hiding money. What you're looking for here, you underline and highlight, well, which ones are active? And be honest. This, the how recovery, honest, open, and willing. So, for you guys too, it would be in 12-step recovery. Am I pulling away from meetings? Am I not doing, some of those things that are on that plan? What we have underneath the forgetting priorities is that forgetting priorities, the A of FAST-E, leads to anxiety. So a growing background noise of undefined fear, getting energy from emotions. So we'll see worry, using profanity, being fearful, being resentful, playing old negative thoughts, perfectionism, judging others' motives, making unrealistic goals and to-do lists, mind reading, fantasy, codependent rescuing, sleep problems, trouble concentrating, seeking drama, gossip, using medication for pain, weight control, flirting. And I always think flirting's the big one there for you guys that have trouble with intrigue, and whether we do it online, in person. And again, with this forgetting leads to forgetting priorities leads to anxiety. Which ones of these are active? And of course, anything else that you would add there. But for this tool, just highlight those, and we then move on. Anxiety leads to speeding up. So trying to outrun your anxiety, which is usually the first sign of depression. So these symptoms will be super busy and always in a hurry, finding a good reason to justify busyness, workaholic, can't relax, avoiding slowing down, so you get chances to slow down but you won't, feeling driven, can't turn off thoughts, skipping meals or binge eating, usually at night, overspending, can't identify own feelings and needs, repetitive negative thoughts, irritable, dramatic, mood swings, too much caffeine, over-exercising, nervousness, difficulty being alone or with people, one extreme or the other, difficulty listening to others and making excuses for having to do it all. We could even have people trying to pull us up, and we're driven at this point. We've got to keep going, stay ahead of it. First child heroes have particular trouble with this. So speeding up then leads to being ticked off. We're getting our adrenaline from we're getting an adrenaline high from anger or aggression. So procrastination, what we're looking for. Procrastination causing us a crisis in money, work, relationships, increasing sarcasm, black and white, all or nothing thinking, feeling alone, nobody understands, overreacting, road rage, any rage for that matter, trolley rage, ATM rage, constant resentments, pushing others away, increasing isolation, blaming, arguing, irrational thinking, can't take criticism, defensive, people avoiding you, needing to be right, digestive problems, headaches, obsessive, stuck thoughts, can't forgive, feeling superior, using intimidation. This is where we'll see active aggression or passive aggression. So this speeding up leads to being ticked off. And then once this takes hold, ticked off then leads to exhaustion, loss of physical or emotional energy, coming off the adrenaline high, onset of depression. So the signs we're looking for that we're in this: depressed, panicked, confused, hopelessness, sleeping too much or too little, can't cope, overwhelmed, crying for no reason, can't think, forgetful, pessimistic, helpless, tired, numb, wanting to run, constant craving for old coping behavior. So, if not the, say, sex or love addiction, but, food, alcohol, drugs, gaming, gambling, other things that we use to medicate. Thinking of using sex, drugs, and alcohol, seeking old, unhealthy people and places, really isolating, people angry with you, self-abuse, suicidal thoughts, spontaneous crying, no goals, survival mode, not returning phone calls, missing work, irritability, no appetite. And this is where our recovery plans are really out the window. So this exhausted, this stage leads to relapse, returning to the place you swore you'd never go again. So giving up and giving in, out of control, lost in your addiction, lying to yourself and others, feeling you just can't manage without the coping behavior, at least for now. We'll do something about it tomorrow, but now we need it. Result is reinforcement of shame, guilt, and condemnation, feelings of abandonment, and being alone. And guess what? The brain knows how to make you feel good when you feel that bad. So the idea of this tool is, look, go through and underline in that scale all that you identify with, but then circle the most powerful one. Now, I've done this tool and I found this really impressive, actually, because I thought I was so overwhelming. There's too many things here, and then when you just highlight one in each one, and then ask these three questions: how does it affect me? And how do I act and feel? How does it affect the important people in my life? And why do I do this? What is the benefit to me? So it just gets you to go through on the scale and just to write about that, and then to share it with your peers, your sponsor, your minister. And so this faster scale is just another tool. And spoken on Wednesday night, we're going to run a men's group. So you guys, I know you'll be getting this video. I'm going to be sending it into our group. And I just really love this tool. I think it's useful, it's effective. I mean, one of the things, especially for partnered people, we want to get well, especially with sex and love addiction. Relapse rate's really high. And when you're in a relationship, one of the things our partners are asking is, will you relapse? Can I rely on you? Can I give my heart back to you? And these scales are there to help us catch things early. So I hope this tool's been useful. This is Movember day 6. I'm just looking at the date there. I will pull more from this book. I really love this book. It's been given. I'm trying to get it right there. Pure Desire by Ted Roberts. As I said, it's Christian literature on living in integrity around sexual behavior. sort of how to break free from sexual temptation. It certainly looks at it as an addiction. I found it really uplifting, and tools in it like this really useful. So yeah, please donate to the Movember campaign, day 6. I think I'm going to shave this thing in the next couple of days. I'm going to put the Mo in line, and then start my Mo Stash Care. We had a special announcement today around Robert Weiss, the renowned international author, speaker, and presenter of many great topics. Most recently, prodependence, and his book on challenging our archaic ideas about how we treat partners and family and friends of addicts. But cruise control for gay men and sex addiction 101, and I think I've got his workbook on my desk. I was using tools out of it today from that. Always turned on, great resource. So for his on cyber addiction. Robert is one of those people who's just brought so many useful, out of the doghouse for partnered people who've been caught cheating. Lots of great resources. Seekingintegrity.com is his website. Lots of resources on there. And it'll be a treat to have him look at my website, Steve Stokes, counselingandconsulting.com, and you'll see the special event on Sunday, November 17th, which will be a big breakfast and presentation on sex addiction and recovery for the Movember campaign. All details on the website. Remember today, please be careful with your heart. Recovery is a long lifetime journey, and reach out to the people that are around you and let them know how you're doing and what you need, and support others when you can. Take care.